Today I'm going to take a look at my 7 Years War game collection. And I wanted to have a collection on this because the 7 Years War had far-reaching consequences, reshaping colonial power dynamics and really having far-reaching effects all the way into the 20th century, which I grew up in. By the way, when I refer to the 7 Years War, I'm including the French and Indian War as well, as it was part of that war. In a sense, it was a First World War, I suppose. So, games that I have on this topic. Here's one, Soldier Kings by Avalanche Press. Pretty much covers the 7 Years War on a global scale, so it does have the Americas and the British colonies included in it. It has an economic component to the game as well to highlight it at that very large scale. It uses point-to-point movement and has beautiful components. I'll have to say that. Maybe I'll have a picture of the map in a minute. Here's another one, the 7 Years World War from Strategy and Tactics number, I think it's 221. And again, this covers the entire 7 Years War, includes the Americas and Europe, and has an economic model as well. The difference is the map is not point to point. It uses a square grid to cover movement and activity on the map. I think it's a little bit simpler to play than the Avalanche Press one, but they're both pretty good at giving an overview of the entire 7 Years War. This one's from GMT, Clash of Monarchs. This is the 7 Years War in Europe, and it's card-driven, point-to-point bubble map, very detailed. It's an excellent game, really. Glad I have it in my collection. Another card-driven game that I have is this one, Wilderness War on the French and Indian War. Again, point-to-point map, card-driven game, very detailed, excellent review of the history. And then here I have the 7 Years War from S&T 263. Had some errata with it, but it was a very well done hexagonal grid map covering the European portion of the war. And similarly, I have the Frederick the Great from the older S&T. I forget which issue it was. Mine is kind of a collection. I don't have the magazine for it, just the game and the general magazine that discussed it. Again, hexagonal grid, similar to the S&T 163 issue. I also have a mini game from Decision Games called Rogers Rangers. That's point to point in a very small card-driven game. I couldn't find it. I don't know where I've placed it, but it's misplaced. I might have a picture of it somewhere, though. Then I have this Special Ops magazine, which has the Battle of Bushy Run, which is part of the French and Indian War. So I have a small battle on that. And then I have Prussia's Glory, which has, I believe, 4 battles of the 7 Years War in it. And I also have Prussia's Glory 2, which contains 4 more battles in Europe of the 7 Years War. And then I included this one, End of Empire. It's a newer game from Compass Games. One of the scenarios is the French and Indian War in this game. It also includes the American Revolution as well as King George's War. So those are pretty much my collection that I could remember on this topic. I might have some photos of the map. I'll see if I can dig those up. Okay, so that was some of the pictures that I could find of some of the 7 Years War games that I've played in the past. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.